I've got good news. I've been in touch with Bigfoot, and he comes in peace. I don't want to preach, we've had enough of that. I don't want to screech, I'm not that kind of cat. He's come down among us, he's hairy and humongous, and he's come to show us the way. Show us the way to a brighter today. Hey, 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 interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. Come down among us, he's hairy and humongous, and he's come to show us the way. I was walking in the woods today, what do you think I saw? It was a peaceful, pleasant day, what do you think I saw? Suddenly, to my surprise, what do you think I saw? Something taking very big strides. What do you think I saw? It was a hairy-looking, big-footed, arm-swinging, ape-looking man. And I stopped and stared, frozen shook. I jumped up and I ran. And I ran. It was a hairy-looking, big-footed, arm-swinging, ape-looking man. And I stopped and stared, frozen shook. I jumped up and I ran. And I ran. The comeback is inside my head. The time is late, I must relate. Here comes the dusk, and so I must give these words to you. Fear not, we come in peace to this land of the distant sun, to the people and the trees. The truth is we're all one. There are 7 colors in the spectrum that you've seen, but it's important that you know subterranean green. Long, long away in the distant future, there will be a a man by the name of Narluga. He come from the land that we now call Alaska. His parents will say, son, we gotta ask you, we're the last of our clan. We come from a dying land. Won't you travel the time bridge and stop this if you can? Grandfathers weren't so great. They certainly weren't the brightest primates. They didn't have much respect for this place. They poisoned their own living space. Go back into the past. Go now and do it fast. Tell them the way of living is dying fast. That was Act 1, Scene 1 of the Narluga epic, the Sasquatch saga. I'm going to try and adjust the angle of my camera a little bit here before we start the second act, second scene, Act 1, Scene 1, second scene of the play here. Sasquatch sees 8 colors. Sasquatch sees one color that we can't see. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that and how that relates to their moral code. The first song introduced us to the Sasquatches and to Narluga the time traveler, to the Sasquatches' use of telepathy, to the fact that they come in peace. Here's a little bit more about the Sasquatches and about their moral code and their distinct way of seeing things, you could say. Sasquatch sees 8 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Sasquatch sees 8 colors: indigo and violet too. But the 8th color the Sasquatch sees that's invisible to you and me is a color in between. We call it subterranean green. Hey! Present is the thing, past and future are fiction. If you want to be happy, you've got to say delusions free. Freedom must come from within and radiate through all you do. The thought of thinking thoughts is always just another thought. And subterranean green, we're all one, if you know what I mean. Subterranean green, we're all one, if you know what I mean. I said subterranean green, we're all one, if you know what I mean. Subterranean green, we're all one, if you know what I mean. Thank you, thank you. That was Act 1, Scene 2. Sasquatch sees 8 colors. How about that, huh? How about those Sasquatches? What would we do without them? It's time for Interdimensional Foot Jive. Act 1, Scene 3. Interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. He traveled the time to save the human race. Interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. He traveled the time to save the human race. And he says, I can save you, you gotta save yourself. I'm not the Messiah, I'm here to help. Interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. Sasquatch from outer space. When he traveled the time to save the human race. That's right, the interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. He traveled the time to save the human race. And he says, I can't save you, you gotta save yourself. I'm not the Messiah, I'm here to help. Interdimensional Sasquatch from outer space. So we sing this Sasquatch song from Japan to Saskatchewan, from England's shores to the River Nile. Sasquatch, you turned our smile. So if you're looking for peace and love, don't look out there, don't look above. Sasquatch lives inside of your heart and mind, and you know he's been there the whole time. So we sing this Sasquatch song from Japan to Saskatchewan, from England's shores to the River Nile. Sasquatch, you turned our smile, sing it with me. So we sing our Sasquatch song from Japan to Saskatchewan, from England's shores to the River Nile. Sasquatch, you returned our smile. Get up and dance now. All right. Now it's on to Act 2. There's a second act. We'll skip intermission this time. You don't need an intermission, right? This one's called... I forgot the name of this one, but it's Act 2, Scene 1. forgot the words. Just one second. This is kind of a recap of the first act, because this is the beginning of the second album. It's oh, I remember now. The year was 20, 30, or 40 something. Humanity was in danger from themselves. Our hero, Beluga, did a dumb thing. It inspired this heroic tale. He struck the time bridge in the woods in the last-ditch effort to find help. He found Sasquatch, or maybe I should say Sasquatch found him, but oh well. In any event, Sasquatch revealed their formula for cutting through illusion, to put an end to war and to heal this world, but some saw this as intrusion, and that's a story thusly far. There's also some far-out stuff about changing colors, bubble space cars, but for now, I think that's enough. De toi. There you go. Formerly, previously on Planet Earth. That's the name of that one. Act 2, Scene 1. Here's Act 2, Scene 3. And this one is actually 3 songs that I put together as a medley. We'll call it Moon Folk Tune. That's the name of actually the second of the 3 songs that I've combined. Not feeling too well, sitting in my cell for the crime of love in the world. I traveled through time for the fate of mankind. Across space and time I hurled. Humanity watched by a friendly Sasquatch. I was their diplomat, and I wouldn't be here charged with being weird if they'd chosen some other cat. Not feeling too well, sitting in my cell. Think I'll write me a song. It's a little folk tune about the Sasquatch moon. If you know it, then sing along. If you know it, then sing along. I'm singing a song about the moon, about the moon. Don't get me wrong. It's a catchy tune. It's a catchy tune, but it's meant to draw attention, not to itself, not to itself, but to the moon that it mentions, the moon itself, the moon itself. doors of the psych ward burst open just like Jesus' tomb. I said, sorry boys, my ride is here. I believe I've got to zoom. Don't want no trouble, but that's my bubble. Don't know how long they'll wait. There's peace to be spread, hearts to be fed. There's a whole planet to be saved. Alright, Moon Folk Tune, which is Act 2, Scene 2, recounts how Narluga the Time Traveler was thrown in a cell for telling his stories about the friendly Sasquatches, because those in power did not believe him. You know how it goes. Kind of thing happens all the time. So, it's time for our final, no, two more. Act 2, Scene 3, Resiflection is the name of this one, and it's the big epic battle, the face-off between the powers that be, aforementioned, and the Sasquatches, or Sasquatch, however it goes, plural. Get your jabby things out. Don't listen to these Sasquatch songs. Send these big feet back where they belong, for they're here to enslave our bodies and minds. Just don't let them stultify you with kindness. I say we will die before with them we go. In any event, protect thy ego. We're only here to help, says the Squatch. Over your emotions, please keep watch. They have their place, but don't give them free rein, or they will drive you quite insane. The ego certainly is a lovely flower, but it has no self-existence or power. If you pull the petals off one by one, you'll find that soon you're left with none. Above all, don't give in to hate, for that will surely seal your fate. And hate, you might be quite surprised to learn, is just a good disguise. What's that, said the general man, I hear. A disguise for what? Sasquatch said, fear. Though we walk through the valley of incomprehension, we will fear no Sasquatch. And need we mention the big-footed gurus in all their hues are here to guide me and you. We will ride the bubbles to the other shore, but not for real, it's a metaphor. said, yea, though we walk through the valley of incomprehension, we will fear no Sasquatch, and need we mention the big-footed gurus in all their hues are here to guide me and you. We will ride their bubbles to the other shore, but not for real. It's a metaphor, I think. Well, sadly but surely, moving in a forward direction has led us to our goal, which is the last song in the Sasquatch saga. I hope you will listen to the end. This one is called Sasquatchalypse. It's the third album in my trilogy of Sasquatch concept albums. In the original version, this song is nearly 20 minutes long, but I cut out all the electric guitar solos and drum solos and things, and distilled it down to its essence for you. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to thank me. Here we go. Perhaps you're waiting for the end of this here tale. Happily ever after, all's well that does end well. We can't sit by while the temp is rising, famines, wars, disease uncured. We can't just watch, we must live like Sasquatch, then the last scroll will be unfurled. And I looked and I saw the Sasquatch on the mountain, further hue of straw, her voice bubbling like a fountain. Down her leg rolled a giant egg, and the egg cracked open then, with a sound like lightning, very frightening, and I knew it was the end. The end of inaction and the end of apathy, for the egg was a cracking for you and also me. Now the pen is in your hand, the pen is in my hand. It's time to take a stand and right the wrongs across this land. And once we write them, cross them out, and with our voices loudly shout, subterranean green, you know what I mean. You are me and I am you, 1 + 1 don't equal 2. The you I see in your eyes is the me you see in my eyes. We are all each one another, in disguises undercover. Subterranean green, you know what I mean. You are me and I am you, 1 + 1 don't equal 2. The you I see in your eyes is the me you see in my eyes. We are all each one another, in disguises undercover. Subterranean green, you know what I mean. You are me and I am you, 1 + 1 don't equal 2. The you I see in your eyes is the me you see in my eyes. We are all each one another, in disguises undercover. I said, subterranean green, you know what I mean. You are me and I am you, 1 + 1 don't equal 2. The you I see in your eyes is the me you see in my eyes. We are all each one another, in disguises undercover. Subterranean green, you know what I mean. You are me and I am you, 1 plus 1 don't equal 2. The you I see in your eyes is the me you see in my eyes. We are all each one another in disguises undercover. Thank you and good afternoon from Land Seeds and Arluga, the Sasquatches, the trees, the tent. Peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy the rest of your day.